We have history in the building. Do you know who we got in the building? Who? Okay. You know who else we got in the building? MC Light. And tonight we're going to have the honor and the good fortune of hearing from two legends. Slick Rick, who has innovated his entire career, who's continued to make great music year after year, decade after decade. And he's one of the most influential, most important artists across any genre. And we've got him here to speak to us today. Let's hear it for Slick Rick. We also have, I think, one of the most important artists to come in the genre. MC Light changed the game, opened the doors, kicked open the doors, broke through the ceiling, did so much for the genre, so much for music in general. And the other thing that you might not know about MC Light is that she's been a servant to the music community. She has served in the capacity of trustee for the Academy. She has given back to hip-hop. She's given back to people, music people in need of help. She's given back to the ecosystem. So both Rick and Light have done great things, obviously musically, but beyond that. So I just want to say a huge thank you to the both of them for being here tonight. Last thing I'll say, and then we'll get to the fun. You're going to get to see a quick video, a couple minutes, and then I want to make sure this room is excited, you're happy, you're having fun, because this is a true honor. It's a true pleasure for me, for us, to get to hear some history right here on the stage. So thank you for being here. I'm so happy you're here, and I'm so looking forward to what we're going to hear on the stage from the two legends.
Woo! Wow, keep it clapping, keep it clapping. That was fantastic. Yes, no words. That was indeed amazing. I felt like I just went on the ride of my life. How many people enjoyed it? You enjoyed it? Yes, that was extra special on a Tuesday evening here in Los Angeles while we are here at the GRAMMY Museum. And this evening is super special. I've actually got some cards so that I could stay on track, and so that we are extremely deliberate. You've been called hip-hop's greatest storyteller, which, by the way, did you see all of those artists? Did you say sampled 800 times? Amazing, amazing. How does it feel seeing your story work on the big screen tonight?
It's fun, you know. It's my history, my growth. So reminds us when hip-hop, you know, our early days until present day, how it evolved and how it's become like mainstream across the planet type of a thing. So we're all pretty much the same. We're not really different. We all need music. We all need to interact and all that kind of a stuff. So we just growing together type thing, you know?
Absolutely. So when you watched it tonight, and I'm sure you have seen it so many times by this point, what is the part that makes you say, oh, this is really dope?
So good. I mean, I'm at the GRAMMY Museum, you know what I'm saying, fam? So, like that, you know. Thank you, family, you know?
Right. Absolutely. So, Mandy, was there a moment? I know you've worked really closely with this project, and were you named as the creative director?
No, not the creative, but
Okay.
one of the executive producers.
Okay.
Here.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part of the film is the house records, and I did that.
Yeah, I did that. That was spectacular. I love the poetry. I just love all of it. It just took us on such a ride, and it was very unexpected in terms of what would be next. I felt like I was in an interactive meta movie or something, which was awesome because it felt very honest and in your face, like we were getting a look as if we were like flies on the wall, you know, seeing in. So what was the most fun day on the set?
The most fun on the set. Let's see. Well, they was all fun. Let me see if I can think of one that was the most fun. No, they was all fun. They was all fun. Yeah, they was all
Maybe foreign, Rick? What do you think? Foreign?
foreign with Idris. No, you mean the barbershop one?
Yeah, no, Jamaican household.
Jamaica. No, no, they was all fun. They all have their different lanes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So you've always painted pictures with words. How different was it telling the story through film?
Well, it's not really too different. You know, I just lay out the imagination, and then I let Meji and Mandy and them bring it to a visual as close as possible to what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So that's how that goes, fam. You know, so we work together like everybody's happy. You know, and
Well, I think the wonderful thing about the visuals is whether you are, of color or not, it still is, and you aimed and you hit the target. It is just entertaining, period, for any and everyone. So I'm happy that you were able to have your dream come to fruition with all of the visuals. What did you want the audiences to feel when the credits roll and it's done? How do you want people walking out of the theater?
I just want them to have go through go back in the past. Variety, as we was all growing up in our environments, like low income environments, and we heard house music, we heard Jamaican music, we heard hip hop music. So I took you on a journey through our childhood, and then brought it back to the surface to show you that it all still had value in modern day.
Absolutely.
Because it was like lowering. The sound was started lowering, like house you could barely hear anymore, and stuff like that, and old Western Jamaican stuff, So bring it back to the surface, show us its value, and nourish the souls.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm from Brooklyn, so
Okay.
that makes me a faking Jamaican. However, I had been in many households on my block that had ackee and sawfish and everything that was going on. And I got a mean, wicked little Jamaican mixed up Trinidadian accent that I do. I don't know how it happened. It just goes sing-songy, and then I come down and I land low, Yeah, man. I'm just saying. Okay. See, that was Trinidadian, wasn't it? The saying. So what do you hope artists are able to take away from this film? Because it's one thing to have the fans be in love with what it is that you're doing. I can automatically just say to you, watching as an artist, it was deeply inspirational. So what is it that you intend for your fellow artists to get from this?
Inspiration, like you said, inspiration. That's pretty much it. Like I said before, walking through your childhood, inspire, bring everything back up to the surface, and enjoy your existence. You know what I mean? Enjoy our existence as a family.
Yeah, totally. While I was in the back, they were showing videos, and I saw a video with you, and then Big Daddy Kane was on the side. It was like an old school video. And I just thought, I have a picture of you in Latin Quarters with Dana Dane and Herbie Lovebug. And I can only imagine has Dana seen this yet? He has.
Dana, yeah.
Yeah.
Dana has seen it.
What did he say? What was his opinion of it? Like, oh my God, look what you did.
It showed that the Kango crew still relevant.
Yeah, that's right.
Still got value out here.
For sure. Which song from your catalog still feels brand new when you perform it?
You want to go back? Children's Story always works.
Yeah.
Hey Young World always works. Mona Lisa always works. Like that.
Okay, excellent. You just brought up for me the house music that was in the film. You melt so easily. Your cadence within house music just feels so natural. How is it that you're able to do that?
Well, we all grew up on house music too, So it's just like a different tempo, and it's fun, and you could dance on. You could do your rhymes. You could fly on it too, So we just flying on it, having fun, flying on it, and all that kind of stuff. and inclusion with my gay fam type stuff, you know? So we just flying all over the place like this. Knock, knock. Can I come in? You know?
And you made yourself at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Which line of yours do fans quote to you the most? Said to you.
They always say lottie dottie.
Yes.
Yeah, lottie
We
dottie.
like to party.
Yeah.
Don't cause trouble.
Don't bother nobody.
You're right. Complete. So I saw you stepping out of some of them cars with some mean footwear.
Yeah.
Your style has always been iconic. How did
Yeah.
growing up in New York shape your love of fashion?
Well, as we grew up, I call our complexion brown paper. You know, you got white paper and you got brown paper. It's like a mannequin. If your mannequin is white, you gotta know how to decorate that mannequin with white paper. If your mannequin is brown, you gotta learn how to decorate the mannequin on brown paper. So, as we grew up, we learned how to decorate the mannequin on brown paper from watching our peers, our ancestors, our people around us that had style, from that, you know, all that kind of stuff. So. We learned about the shoe game like clock wallabies, you know what I mean? Like if you just fresh off the boat, you already know you got to get you like some Timberlands, some jeans, and a white T-shirt. That's 101,
Right.
you know. And then you start advancing, you get to shoe game, clock wallabies, and you know back in the day, British Walkers was hot,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. And you know we already, you know, Adidas, Pumas, all that when we was growing up, Pro-Kets, all that. It just make the mannequin look cute. Mojo, maiden call, you know?
Yeah.
We learn from our elders and stuff like that, and then we just advance and keep it going like that.
Yeah. It's so interesting as I'm listening to you speak, because I know that there are many folks in different genres who inspired you. In terms of fashion, is there or are there any folks that you looked at as a kid on television that may have inspired you fashion-wise? Yeah.
The most that I saw growing up as a child would be like pimps. I mean, that's part of their resume, you know.
Right.
You gotta look, you
Fly.
dress, you know.
Yeah.
It's just no diss or nothing, you know, ladies. It's just like, you know, they had the shoes, the clothes. They knew how to color combinations.
Yeah.
The cars was nice even back then. We could tell watching these old movies like a pink Cadillac.
Right.
Back then, 1970 type of stuff. All that old 1970 stuff was it. And then when we saw James Brown mixed with like Fred Williamson in movies where they would dance to his song, it was all like growing experiences. Like if this is the bar in 1970, this is definitely got to be the bar in 2026. We can't go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can't go lower. I know you and Nas was looking pretty mean in those. Okay,
Doing our James
Y'all
Bond
can clap.
thing, you know?
yeah, and the James Bond looks. I was feeling that. Okay, so now let's talk about your Jamaican roots. What music filled your home growing up?
70s Jamaican music, heptones. It's a lot of old 1970 Jamaican stuff. And then came in the other cats like Super Cat
Yeah.
and all those great
Yeah,
guys.
man.
So this is what we grew up on, you know what I mean? That type of a vibe. It's variety, you see? You know what I'm saying? So that variety hit home hard, you know, and we could study the people around us that dance harder on certain people's records.
Yeah.
And you know, set the bar like this is it right here. This is it. This like that kind of
I know
a
what you
thing.
mean. It's interesting that you said you didn't know many of the names of them in 70s. I remember in the 80s being in Brooklyn and all the cassettes would go around and we didn't know anybody's names. You knew all the songs, but it wasn't until I got older and then I said, oh, that's Shabba Ranks. All this time I didn't make the connection. So what were you listening to as a kid in London and which artist shaped your sound?
When I was in England, it was like a different world than America in like 1970s, 1965 to like 1976, give or take. It was different than over here because over here was like a melting pot. It had a lot of, but in England it wasn't like that. It wasn't a melting pot. It was strictly white music, and that's it. maybe a little chubby checker. You know what I mean? But not all that stuff. It was like the first time I saw American TV stuff, I saw this group called the Silvers, and it was on like even Soul Train or something. They slipped it on English TV, and they was doing this song. I'm just a love machine,
Yeah.
and I don't work for nobody but you. And that was amazing because we never saw black talent at the same level as white talent back then. You know what I mean? So it was America. It was like, what's going on over there? You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like,
It's like, what's going on over there? All right, you had to find your way over here. Okay, so wait a second. So by the time, what year was it that you got to the United States?
I came in 1972 first for like 1 year.
Okay.
And then we went back, and then we came back in 1976 permanently.
Okay, so
Yes.
you were here for the MTV rush of everything. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've woven melody into your works for the past years. Talk to us about your love for artists like Dionne Warwick, Diana Ross,
Yeah.
and the Beatles.
There's like a warmth, you know what I mean? As a child, you connect to warmth. So like the Supremes, Dionne Warwick, they had a warmth to them. And it wasn't like no, it was like a lot of love stories like don't hurt me and I'm in love and don't leave me and all that kind of like a warmth.
Yeah.
It's like a mommy warmth, you know what I mean? Like so then we embraced it, it was beautiful, it had value.
Yeah.
So it's like
Icon.
icon legend type of a thing. So they was like an invisible mommy type of a thing, you know. We just incorporated and built a fireplace with their songs, with their essence.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I've used Dionne Warwick in I'm Not Having It. Of course, used Diana Ross in Poor Georgie. Like, it's so interesting that a lot of us have used a lot of the same samples, some of the same melodies, but you by far are the first. What is your writing process like? I'm always interested with this. Do ideas start in the studio or before you walk in? Does the music tell you what to say, or do you come in with your ideas and then production starts around your
The music
ideas?
tells you where it wants to go. The music has its own direction. If you can listen to music, you can tell where it's taking you. All you have to do is follow its lead.
Yeah.
And then you can write the story that matches the music. So it's like that. It's the music takes you, oh, I like that. Then you decorate the melody. You decorate it with your voice and your story and your stuff like that. So they all complement each other.
Yeah.
So that's how I do it, like that.
I'm with you on that. And I tell people often, if the music takes me to a place that has me talking about something I don't have no business talking about, that ain't the beat for me. You know, like I like to keep on track. What was your production process for Victory?
Victory, I was with Idris. You know, we were just hanging out. You know, he said, let's just make an album. We just playing around, you know? And so I went to England with him, played around in the studio. You see, it was like in a house. We just playing around, made some loops, put some drums on top of the loops is the melody. Like, you know, once you got the melody, then you try to find the drums that match the melody that does, you know. Sometimes the loop has a drum pattern already in it, and you just got to bring it up a little, and then you just having fun. Loops, Aegis producers was out there, and they showed me a bunch of loops, and I took the ones that could bring out a story, like Documents, and they all have their direction. You could, you know. So I just took the loops, put it with a nice drum, rolls it up, put the story with it, just had fun.
Yeah. He makes it sound real easy, doesn't it? Yeah, I just did that. It's done. Mandy, I cannot help but, ask you, this filmmaking process. Now, of course, you've been there for, how long have you two been together?
We met in 1997.
Yes, that is, yeah, right? Give it up for working together. and loving on each other with years gone by. So I know that you've seen many processes musically. How was this very different? Yeah, how was this process different?
I would like to say it was very grueling. We started this project about 4 or 5 years ago, kind of when not too many of the legends and icons were releasing music. So we started this based on like a wing and a prayer, just a basic conversation between Rick and Idris, and didn't know what we were walking into. This started as a documentary about Rick's life, and then going to London, we came up with this project literally on the fly, no script, no strategy, just freedom in a studio between two creatives, meaning Rick and Idris, and me by the side kind of
Sir
watching.
Idris.
Huh? Sir Idris? Okay,
Yes,
Sir
that's
Idris.
Right,
And so the process was long, and but worth it because we accomplished something that we thought we really couldn't accomplish.
yeah, I think
I'm-
that's. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say there's like 12 videos in there. Rick wrote this project in 2 weeks. All the raps, one concept after another, just, you know, the power of imagination. And so I'm proud of what we've accomplished, and I hope everybody in the room is as well.
Yes, yes, yes. So with that, Rick, I have to ask you, what do you attribute this vivid imagination to?
I guess it's just everybody has imagination. It's just if you can bring it to if you enjoy bringing it to the surface and sharing it with others. So it's just like if you're bored and you got a toy and you want to play, you play with your toy, you bring it and you're bringing it to the surface, you paint it and you decorate it, you're making it cute for yourself. And it seems to have gotten better when you don't worry about success and how you're going to pay your bills and you're just having fun. And you see that your hobby has value,
Yeah,
and that's what happened.
yeah.
And we have a really great team, everybody. We have a really great team that helped us execute it. Many of them are
Right,
here,
right.
so thank you.
Wow, you guys are dropping jewels right now. You know, what I'm getting from you, Mandy, is that sometimes you just got to start without even knowing how you're going to get to the finish line. Just start.
But I also want to say we felt that in hip hop we had something to prove that this could be done at a high level, and this is what victory really represents, that you can still lean into your imagination, you can take risks, and everything about this project had to deal with fear, and we've been able to accomplish so much by walking into the fear and showing that you can be any age and still be creative, and not letting the system and the ecosystem of the industry scare you that you cannot continue to be creative from 1985 to 2026.
That's right. That's right. Out the door with ageism.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's what this project is about,
Totally.
because we started it in 2000 when COVID hit.
Oof. Yeah.
Look how good it looks, right? 6 years later, not too bad, right?
Right. No, it was meant, you just go with the flow of it all. And then Rick, I think what I'm hearing from you is let your imagination fly.
Right.
Yeah. And be authentic with it, and only good things can come. So what surprised you most about the filmmaking process? That can be for either one of you.
Filmmaking process is like an extension of the music. It gives it visual.
I would probably say that what I learned, that being independent is expensive, and that I would like to see more programming where we share information on how to how to succeed with projects like this. So thank you, the Grammy Museum. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Light. Thank you, Harvey. Thank you, everyone, for this opportunity.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. Victory. It is one for the books. You have truly made history with this piece of art. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it, and it's so refreshing. And I feel honored to be a part of the same genre, that someone has accomplished this huge feat. So thank you for your contribution.
Thank you, Light.
Thank you, Light.
Yes.